As used in line 22, low most nearly means low concern. Okay. So, but the state ought not to be considered as nothing better than a partnership agreement in a trade of pepper and coffee, cocoa, or tobacco, or some other such low concern. Okay. In this case, if we're trading pepper or coffee or tobacco, those are wants versus needs, right? You don't need spices or tobacco or coffee, but those are something you would want. So that's why it's a low concern. It's not a necessity, it's a want. So is it a petty concern? Maybe. A weak concern? An inadequate concern? Or a depleted concern? It's petty because if you're doing wants versus needs, like a petty dispute between your siblings, you're like quibbling over nothing kind of thing. Okay. As used in line 20, expert most nearly means. Okay, line 20, expert. Okay. So dairy animals, on the other hand, are expert protein producers. Their udders swollen with milk. Okay, they're expert protein producers. They're knowledgeable. Cows aren't knowledgeable. They're professional. Cows aren't professional. They're capable. Yeah, they're capable of doing it. Or they're trained protein producers. They're not trained. It just happens naturally. So it's capable, I would say. They don't have to be trained. It just happens. Okay. Kicks and kudos in line 16 here. Kicks, then kudos. He did not demur, even when asked to fix watches, though that enterprise did spectacularly badly, and in fact earned him more kicks than kudos. So it didn't sound like he was very good at it. For no watch he took apart even kept time again. So it'd be thrills? No. Kudos is thanks, right? And so kicks would be the opposite because than is versus. So it'd be the opposite of thanks. Thrills, complaints, yeah, maybe. Jolts, no. Interest, no. That would be complaints. So that's the opposite of thanks. So more complaints than kudos because no watch he took apart ever kept time again. So, okay, the next one. Common, line 24. Common agreement. Okay, so it is generally accepted that public knowledge should be authoritative, but there is not always common agreement about what the public needs to know. Okay, numerous agreement. There's numerous agreement. No, there's familiar agreement about what the public needs to know. Widespread. Oh, I like that one. Widespread agreement about what the public needs to know, or ordinary agreement. Wouldn't be ordinary. I think it would be widespread agreement. Okay. Raw. Number 74. Raw. Okay. So there is growing feeling, as expressed by several of our focus group participants, that the news media should be informative rather than authoritative. The job of journalists should be to give the news as raw as it is without putting their slant on it, right there. So give the news as unfiltered as it is, yep, without a slant, or their opinion, right? I like unfiltered because it's not filtered. That would be, the un means not, so not filtered. Exposed, give the news as exposed as it is, no. As harsh as it is without putting our slant on it. We gotta get that meaning in there without putting slant on it, so it'd be unfiltered or inexperienced. Unfiltered would fit that one because you're not putting the slant on it, so it's unfiltered. Okay, so line 38, treated. Treated swabs deep inside. Okay. Throughout the August flowering season, made half the plants more fragrant by tucking detreated swabs deep inside their flowers. So it means they put something on those swabs, doesn't it? So they altered. So the de-altered swabs, de-restored provided, or preserved. I would say they're tucking the de-altered swabs deep inside their flowers because they're treating the flower, so it'd be altered or changed. Altered means changed. So they extended that. Okay, as used in line 24, urge. Urge. When I so pressingly urge a strict observance of all the laws, let me not be understood as saying there are no bad laws. So urge a strict observance, meaning you encourage, you hasten a strict observance, you stimulate a strict observance, you require a strict observance of all the laws, or you abdicate a strict observance. When I so pressingly, okay, so it'd be, I would say these two. Let's cross these two out. Hasten, stimulate, require, or advocate. Advocate says, advocate would be you would encourage and all that kind of stuff, but pressingly needs more purpose, okay? Because it's pressingly, meaning you don't really have a choice, right? To advocate, you still have a choice, but when you require, you don't have a choice. And pressingly require a strict observance. Strict is another harsh word. Pressingly and strict tells us there's not a choice, so it'd have to be require versus advocate or encourage. Okay, next one, observed. Still, while they continue in force, for the sake of example, they should be religiously observed. Religiously observed, meaning they do it diligently, right? Religiously, meaning you do it every time, or diligently, you do it every time. So every time you follow it, you scrutinize it, you contemplate it, or you noticed. You followed. You religiously followed it. Scrutinized means you pick it apart and that kind of thing. Contemplated means, you had to think about it. Or noticed means you just glanced at it. So none of those really work, and it would have to be followed. Number 4 is poor market. The poor market may be slowing innovation, but advances continue, judging by the mood this week at the EEE. Okay, so the poor market, is that a good market or a bad market? I would say it would be a bad market. Or not a strong market. A weak market, okay. So that would be the opposite of strong, right? So that would be a good option. Or a humble. A humble means that they're very humble. They're very modest. They're not going to say much. They're just going to do it. That wouldn't be it. Pitiable, meanings they cause pity. That wouldn't be it. Or obsolete. Obsolete means not necessary. That's not the case here. It's not necessary. So it'd have to be weak, which is a poor market or bad market. Okay, 69, betting on most nearly means. Even longer term, Green is betting on silicone, aiming to take advantage of huge reductions in cost already seen with the technology. Betting. So he thinks it's a good bet, right? Betting on silicone. A good bet or idea, right? Good idea. Dabbling in. Green is dabbling in silicone, aiming to take advantage. Gambling with silicone. That's a little too literal, gambling with. Switching from, optimistic about. There you go. Dabbling in means he's dipping his toes in, seeing if it works or not. So I don't think he's betting on it. He's going all in. Switching from, nope, that wouldn't be. Or optimistic about. It would be optimistic is in good spirits, or he thinks it's a good idea, which is what betting on silicone would be. So it would be optimistic about. Okay, weight on 44. Weight on my soul. Ooh, weight on my soul. I'd be so dragging my feet, a weight on my soul. Is that a positive reflection or a negative reflection? I would say it's negative, right? So let's see what the words are. And it would be, so dragging my feet, a weight on my soul. If it had been up to me, I would have stayed there forever. Okay. Bulk, burden. Force or clout. It would be a burden because it's negative, right? The bulk meaning a weight, but that wouldn't be a burden, means a problem or a worry. A force, not really, or clout means you have influence. So it'd be burden. Okay, as used in line 21, allows most nearly means allows scientists. Okay. TESS allows scientists to order up internet-based surveys of a representative sample of U.S. adults to test a particular hypothesis. Okay. TESS allows. TESS admits. TESS tolerates. No, that wouldn't be. TESS grants. Grants means give permission to. Tolerates means accepts. Not excitedly, but just accepts. Enables scientists, or allows and enables. It enables or gives the ability to scientists to order up. So it would be enables. Enables would be the ability to. Okay, and admits would be like admitting somebody to the classroom or letting somebody in. Okay. Next one, as used in line 43, strength. 43, strength. Where's 43, 40, 41, 42, 43? Okay, not unexpectedly, the statistical strength of the findings made a huge difference in whether they were ever published, meaning strength or capabilities, or it was strong. The attribution means ability. Exertion means exertion means like power. That wouldn't be it. Toughness? No. Significance. Okay, significance. Significance means importance. So, not unexpectedly, the statistical significance of the findings made a huge difference, or statistical importance, so that would be good. All right, significance or importance. Okay, and next one, as used in line 20, rule. Okay, the unusual behavior highlights that different forces rule the world, says theoretical physicist K. Okay, forces. Okay, different forces rule the nano world. So would that be a strong idea or like a weaker control of it? Oh, look at me. I'm using the word control. Okay, so Mark is sort of lukewarm. Excuse me. Control means force, or it's a stronger word. Declare, that's not bad, maybe. Control, maybe. Restrain, no. Forces restrain the nano word. That would be hold back. So it wouldn't be this one and it wouldn't be this one. Let's reread it. The unusual behavior highlights the different forces control the nano world, or the unusual behavior highlights that different forces declare the nano. Yeah, it wouldn't be declare. It would be controls the nano world. Okay. As used in line 42, lead to. Lead to right there. Okay, several mechanisms might lead to the elasticity, including the excessive surface tension. Okay, lead to, guide to, might guide to the elasticity. Several mechanisms might lead to, meaning several mechanisms might guide to, result in. That might be it. Point toward, maybe, or start with. Several mechanisms might lead to the elasticity, including the excessive surface tension in a nanoword. The same tension that allows a water strider to skim the surface of the pond. So it might result in the elasticity. Several mechanisms might result in the elasticity, point toward. I like result in. Lead to. Okay. As used in 67. 67 would be element. Okay. They are the props that hold up the house and sustain the union. But has it been so with this element of slavery? Have we not always had quarrels and difficulties over it? And when will we cease to have quarrels over it? So, but has it been so with this element of slavery? Ingredient? No, I wouldn't say ingredient. That's more food-based. Environment. But has it been so with this environment of slavery? That's not bad. Environment is the surroundings, right? But has it been so with this factor of slavery? That's not bad. Maybe. And the quality of slavery? Nah, it's not that. But has it been so with this element of slavery? I think the factor, the word would be factor of slavery. Okay. As used in line 84, nature most nearly means, okay, line 84, nature of man. Do you think that the nature of man will be changed, that the same causes that produced agitation at one time will not have the same effect at another? Force, the force of man? No, it wouldn't be that. Force would be like, it's too strong of a word. The nature of man. Simplicity of man will be changed? No. The world of man would be changed, or the character of man would be changed? That the same causes, yes, be character. Character means attributes. The nature of man will be changed, or the character of man will be changed. And the last one, as used in line 67, demonstrated. Okay. A.V. and his colleagues at Oakwood University in Alabama first demonstrated that it is indeed electricity that causes the Venus flytrap to close. Okay, demonstrated, showed, experimented, protested. Protested that it is indeed? No, it wouldn't be protested. That means fighting. Established. First established or demonstrated. Established means they established the precedent, or performed that it is indeed. Not performed. Or argued. There's no arguing about it. It would have to be established or demonstrated that it is indeed electricity that causes the Venus flytrap. Okay.